Most children in the world study in classrooms where all the children come from similar backgrounds. You might ask, what's wrong with that? Well, when you don't meet people different to yourself, you often begin to stereotype the others. Once, within countries, people were similar, but today with more mobility, the population is diverse. There are differences in socio-economic backgrounds, cultures, colour, and religion. There are schools which are integrated, but there aren't many of them, and 95% of children are in classes with children with similar backgrounds to themselves. Well, what's this situation like here in Israel? Well, here we are really divided. Apart from the differences between living in a town or the outlying areas and the many countries and ethnic groups that make up our country, the education system itself is split into segments, and children study from kindergarten upwards either in the Arab sector, which includes Muslims, Arab Christians and other minorities, the Jewish religious sector, or the Jewish secular sector. Well, you might ask, what's bad about it? I mean, there's less confrontation. But in areas of conflict like in Israel, when children have no connection with one another, they begin to stigmatize the other, fear each other, and this all leads to prejudice and even hatred. Look, we can't change the whole education system yet, but we can give children a different type of learning experience where they can learn together with children who are different to themselves. Look, Israel is the leading startup nation in the world. So how are we going to do this? Maybe the schools have computers, but teachers have never done anything like this. How can they work together? For most of the teachers, this is their first online collaborative experience. Most of the teachers have never worked with colleagues from the different sectors. We then have a 3-day face-to-face session. The teachers get to work together to plan how they would join their classes and work together during the year. Look, let me explain how it's done. We divide the teachers into groups of 3. Each teacher is from a different type of school. It could be a Bedouin school, a Druze, Muslim, Christian, Jewish school, or even a class of children in special education. Initially, the pupils write to one another. We have our own safe social network we've developed for the pupils. Then we hear each other, and then we have synchronous sessions. And we have this amazing virtual island where students at the tech center that we have to work and teach using the tools that children enjoy, but adapt them for collaborative learning. Yes, in our world, they get to chat and do assignments together and learn about and experience parts of each other's religions. The children can also meet and talk with one another. They can carry out fun activities like making a drum circle. They can visit Jerusalem and carry out joint assignments here. For example, they can write a prayer on a balloon. They can learn about famous people, places in Jerusalem. They can do a jigsaw puzzle and learn about the different gates around Jerusalem. And this can all be done together, speaking to one another. Hello, sir. To teach languages, we teach English and Hebrew, as well as Arabic, and it's done in role plays between the children from the different cultures. Now, for those children who continue in our program for a second year, we've built a completely new island. For those pupils continuing with us for a second year, we've done something special for them. They're going to experience living together in the same house. Yes, 6 children, 2 from each culture get to live together in their house. The problem is the house is empty. Their assignments are to design the interior of the house, the gardens, and make the house full of games for other visitors to come and see and try out their games. In the Tech Center in Israel, we have courses in the teaching colleges and in the schools. Over 450 student teachers a year learn in science, technology, or English, and also a course for master's students. We have 3,000 children per year from 100 schools, and what all our courses have in common is that they're all based on the tech model. Our aim is for every teacher, class, and pupil to experience online collaborative learning between Arabs and Jews, secular and religious. The children or the students get to meet face to face. The excitement is immense. The children feel that they've made new friends and they're online and they can't wait to meet them in person. The problem is that all the pupils want to continue studying together. It's what's called a wow experience, something so great you remember it for the rest of your